Okay, so guys, I wanted to hit on this just a little bit here. I have had a notorious amount of trouble with the fuel pump in the tank of this truck. Had several things go wrong with it. Well, really, the other pump that I had in here, and I have another video up on my channel about priming that pump to getting it to work. And when I went to prime it, I used to have to put air pressure on the tank to get it to take. And when I went to do that, it started and run the pump fine. Well, come to find out, and I had never ventured into it in that other video, that what was the matter was the pickup tube was cracked down in the tank a little ways. And if it was evidently, when I went to do it the last time, the crack was below the line of the fuel, and it picked up and drawed prime and went and worked all right. Later on, I did change out the pump to one of these, and these are really kind of, it's not a bad pump. It's a made in China thing, you know, kind of like everything else you can buy. The more top end ones are $400 and $450. This one was $224. So that was the replacement. The one I had in here was just like it. I believe it was a 15 gallon a minute pump, and this one was 20. So anyway, the moral of the story was I had trouble with this pump, and I replaced it with another one. And then this one gave me trouble. And so now I've videoed a bunch of short videos, put them together, diagnose it, finding the problem, and all that stuff. And so that leads into my first video I got in the set. So we'll go to there. Thank you. Okay, so I've had, I don't know how many different pumps and stuff on this fuel tank. I've got a double tank here in my truck. One side's gas, one side's diesel. And the other day, the switch was screwed up, and I got it working. It still doesn't pump anything. So I thought I'd see what the heck was going on. It's got to be on the inlet side here. And I just took it loose. I thought, well, let's see what's going on. Sure enough, look at that. The pipes fell off inside. It's aluminum. It looks like an aluminum adapter. This fell off, and look, it's fine threaded inside that. What an oddball deal that'll be. No wonder it wouldn't pump. It's this stupid crap like that all the stupid time. Well, we'll see what we can find. Okay, guys, unbelievably, I got a magnet on that pickup tube out of that fuel tank and got it up out of there. But then again, now look at what's stuck on the side of this thing. A little E-clip. Look at that. It was literally on the side of this. It was on the side of this pipe when I pulled it up out of the fuel tank. No kidding. It's just stuck there. I don't know. Little E-clip. We call them Jesus clips, because when they go flying, you go, Jesus, where'd that go? But anyway, I'm not going to buy any lottery tickets, guys. I got lucky and got that tube out of there. I don't know what the heck the deal is. I think the last pump I had in here before it failed, the pickup tube cracked on it and was sucking air. And it's just like, what the, why? It must be just a lot of vibration there or something, but holy cow. Anyway, got pretty lucky, got that out. Now I'm going to put it all back together, put it in there, and should be good to go. My dad would say the good Lord looks after pregnant women and idiots. I must be pretty lucky. I'm not pregnant anyway, so I must be an idiot. See you later. Okay, finish up here a little bit, guys. I put everything back together again, turned it on. Still no fuel flow. I cracked the fuel filter and sprayed fuel everywhere. Took the nozzle, nothing. Even took the hose off the nozzle, nothing come out. So I changed the fuel filter. Evidently, it must have been plugged also. What are the chances? The standpipe off and the fuel filter plugged at the same time. So we're just going to try it here real quick. We'll turn the key on. And we should, yeah, we got our light on our dash. Now let's see what our pump does. Okay, it's running. Now let's just see what happens here. My God, what in the hell is the matter? There. What the heck? Oh my God. Okay, so guys, I have been fighting this stupid pump for a long time, and I pulled the pickup tube out of it. It was unscrewed, fell down in the tank, screwed it back on. I still couldn't get any fuel out of it. I unscrewed the filter, and it seemed like I had some pressure there, so I put a new filter on it. Nothing. The hose wasn't plugged or nothing. So I have bought a brand new pump to put on this. I'm going to go ahead and put it on, but I think I found my problem, guys. What I did, there's a screen in the top of this, and I took it out, and I wanted to measure, take a tape measure, measure down in here and see how far it was down to the bottom of the tank, whether my pickup tube maybe was blocking it off and restricting it or something like that. But I didn't want to really screw this out of here. I was just going to change it and just change it out, and it's the same brand of pump and everything. And so basically, guys, what I did just a minute ago, I had to go in and get my camera. So I've been working on this thing on and off, and I made just a few videos, and none of it ever worked. But if I put my right there, guys, I can't go any farther with it. There's something in there. It feels like it's probably a rag. I haven't looked, haven't tried to get it out. And other thing too, guys, also, bear with me. I have a gimbal coming, so maybe my videos won't be quite so erratic. But I just almost guarantee, yeah, sure enough. See, there's a piece of rag. Now, where did that come from? I don't know. Oh man, she is really in there good. Don't want to pull it apart. It's gonna come, I think. This is the stupidest thing I ever seen. There's a part of it. Oh man, I'll probably end up gonna have to take this out of there yet. So just to get this out of there. Now, for a few times I was having to take and pressurize this tank and prime it to get it to take, and before I changed the pump, and I found the pickup tube was cracked on it, and it was sucking air right underneath the fittings here on the tank. Look at that. Look at that. Now, I didn't put that in there, and guarantee you, the only other thing could have happened was when what I would do is take a few rags and take the cap off here and take the air hose, pressurize the tank, and then it would take prime and go ahead and run. Now, I've been fighting this thing for a long time, even and then after I changed the pump, it seemed to work all right. But for for the life of me, I couldn't figure out what was going on there. We'll just see here and see now. Yeah, there we go. Bigger than hell, right there like that. So all that's matter, guys, is a rag stuck up in there. Now I don't know how in the hell it got in there. I didn't put it in there. So we'll do a little checking here, but I'm going to go ahead and put this new pump on. I'll put the other one in the box and keep it. I'm going to say it's good because I even actually had the fuel filter off of it, and I'm going to go ahead and check it after I turn the video off here, see how far off from the bottom of the tank it is. But I don't know, guys. It's just strange to me that you know, it'd be, I would think that pickup tube wasn't that far off of the bottom of the tank that it would pick that up, but it may have. One of the last things I did before I decided to buy a pump, I pulled the filter clear off and turned the pump on, and it just go and nothing, absolutely. Once in a while it would get a little bit of fuel, but I mean, it just didn't mount to anything. What is going on with this stupid thing? And but there it is, guys. I just went to take that tape measure and just see how far that, I was going to try and see if I could tell how far that standpipe was from the bottom of the tank. Well, I was really trying to check, and my tape measure wouldn't go in there. You seen it, went down 3 inches and stopped, and went, what is going on here? And I felt it with my finger, and it feels like a rag, and sure enough, that's exactly what it was. So anyway, I'm going to say the mystery's solved here. I got to put this thing all back together, and I will put the new pump on it, but I'm going to keep this old pump because I don't think there's anything the matter with it. I bet if I put it all back on there, it'd work now. But since I've got the new one, I'm going to go ahead and put it on. So we'll see. One last time, we'll do a test and see what happens here. Craziness. Okay, guys, getting ready to give her the acid test here. I thought I'd show just a little bit what I've done. Because I have 2 separate fuel tanks, one gas, one diesel. The tanks, it's like the 2 50-gallon tanks welded together. I bought it used, and anyway, I wired it up so both pumps could be run. The original wiring, they just give you wires, run it to the battery. You know, some of them even have an alligator clip on it. What I've done actually, guys, I put a continuous duty relay on it here, and it's wired right to that switch. So when the switch turns, when you turn that switch on, it makes this hot. It's grounded, and here's that one of those J-style inline fuses I used there. Anyway, guys, I've redone this. I went ahead and put the new pump on, got it all ready to go. I have not tried it yet. This is an initial try here. Gosh, if it doesn't work, I'm just going to just give up for the day. But I don't know why it won't. I still am kind of baffled about that rag in that pipe. And I know when I took that pipe out, had it on the bench, and I screwed it into the fitting that goes in the top of the tank, because there was a little adapter. The new one that come with this pump didn't have that little aluminum adapter to it. I don't know. Maybe I run a rag down the middle of that thing and didn't get it all out of there or something. I don't know. That may be more plausible than anything. I'd be surprised it pulled the rag up through there and got it that far before it quit. So just a calamity of errors. One of them, the pipe had fell off, and then I had a big plug in the pipe so it wouldn't pull fuel up there. So let's just turn it on and see what happens, guys. I've got it. So let's just see what happens now. Most of the time you'll want the motor running because these pumps are really voltage sensitive. You stay in there. You don't need to go out. No, stay. Okay, good girl. Thank you. So anyway, let's see what happens here. Oh, nothing. Not a thing. What the heck? I am ready to go. What? Come on. Oh, jeepers. Come on. Oh. Now, that's enough. Okay. Okay, guys, so to finish up here, yesterday I went to do my acid test to check my pump, and it wouldn't run. The remote electricity was left at the pump, and I found under the hood on the connections there, the fuse was falling, and all I had to do was wiggle it, make connection, the pump run. And I didn't catch that on my video till I got home last night and trying to put it all together, and I just didn't catch the last part. So I thought I'd go ahead and turn it on. I got my pump switch on in there, and so now we'll just turn the lever on and we'll fill the fuel tank on my skid loader, and we'll see how it works here. Okay, we can hear it running. We have it on. Let the voice is shut off pretty quick. So we'll here. Oh yeah, we got all kinds of fuel there. There we go. So I'll let it run here until it shuts off. It won't take very long. I think this skid loader has about half a tank in it. It won't take very long for we pump that out. Guys, this has been quite a challenge to get everything to work right. Mainly, what I had going on is the pickup tube fell off in the tank, right? Put that back on, and I'm going to tell you guys, I really please. I probably put a rag through there to clean that out, never pulled it out before I screwed it back on. Put it back in the front tank, couldn't pump anything. Imagine that, huh? Craziness. But anyway, so, and also believe, if you watch any of the video as it goes, I put it all together, I found a little E-clip laying on that pickup tube as I pulled it out. I'm going to say that was probably stuck to the magnet out of my drawer in my toolbox, more than likely. There we go, we're shut off. Now we just shut the pump off. We're done. It doesn't take very long. Man, I'll tell you what, it was a challenge to get that done. I'm glad I got it fixed up. Now I can use it like I'm supposed to. It's been quite a nuisance. And the other pump had problems. The pickup tube broke off. It's like, and this is all within, it's been over a year and a half maybe. So enough. But anyway, one of the things that does work the best to have the engine running when you're pumping. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it good. We're going to put it all together and send it.